I just survived 29 days on a rowboat in Sea of Thieves. So here are 10 things I learned from that adventure. If you've ever been victim to losing captaincy because your guild session randomly ended, it's most likely because you left your ship sunk or scuttled for 15 minutes or more.
Thanks, Satan.
We learned the hard way that rowboats are not built like ships. Treasure left on a rowboat will despawn just as it would anywhere else in the world around the 2-hour mark of not being touched.
Disappointed!
I'm not sure when this change happened, but sea forts can now be activated with a rowboat. It doesn't need to be a cannon rowboat either. Any rowboat will work. It's no mystery that you'll respawn inside a treasury or shrine when you die inside. But we didn't know what would happen if you get trapped inside the treasury's vault if you take too long to collect the treasure. We were extremely relieved to find out that you will still respawn in the lobby of the treasury after you eventually drown. Aside from tall tales, this is also true of encampments that were recently added to the game. I've never worried about how to escape a shrine without using the mermaid statues because I've always had the luxury of having my ship nearby. So I realize that this may not be necessary for most situations, but it was still something I learned, so I'm gonna share it.
I'm a peacock, Captain! You gotta let me fly on this one!
If you ever want to get out of the coral tomb without using the mermaid, you can get out by using the geysers in this little room. We are now well into Season 13, and we all know the bottle quests were updated in Season 11 with King's Treasure, but Mysterious Journals were not, which means that the bounty skeletons still have the old HP buff and Garbage Treasure.
Wow, this is garbage.
About halfway through our rowboat challenge, we realized that we were on a dead server. We were able to tell because we hadn't seen any ships in the distance in a while, and there was no Reaper's Chest or Reaper Bounty on the server. We heard a myth that a server merge will only happen if there's no world event, but that's not true. Anyway, the entire crew has to be on the ship to allow the server merge to happen. I have heard that the crew can be near the ship, but I've personally only seen that happen when my crewmate jumped off the ship right before the merge happened. There it is. Of course, any quest in your quest wheel and treasure on your ship will come with you during a server merge. But we had our doubts about 500,000 gold on a rowboat surviving the merge. I'm not really sure what would happen to treasure that's more than a map square away, but we learned that more than 500,000 gold on a rowboat next to your ship will transfer with you to the new server. I just wouldn't suggest putting too much faith into it. It looked like it was like sideways for me. We had every reason to doubt that our treasure would survive a server merge. The more treasure we stacked, the more lag we experienced. And during our failed attempt at our challenge, we were both disconnected from the server when we attached a rowboat with only 500,000 gold on it. Rare has likely introduced higher valued loot to decrease the number of small items on a server, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if some of the lower valued loot is removed from the game in the near future. Finally, you can stack 1,000,000 gold on a rowboat. You just have to avoid black screens, disconnecting, and other pirates. You'll also need a strong sense of determination, direction, and luck.
I'm a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
If you'd like to see me suffer to earn 1,000,000 gold with a rowboat before encampments were added, check out my last video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, share, or subscribe. I'm always accepting new subscribers. And don't be afraid to leave a comment with your rowboat experiences or weird server merges.